the quiet hero. I sit by the window every morning. I watch the sun rise slowly. The world is quiet at this hour. I drink my tea and remember. My name is Elias. I am an old man now, but my heart is full of stories. Many years ago, I was just a boy with big dreams. I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to build tall buildings and help people. I dreamed of travelling to far places and seeing the world. I lived in a small house with my parents, my little brother, and my baby sister. We were poor, but we were happy. My mother made the best soup, and my father told funny stories at night. But one winter, everything changed. My parents died in a car accident. I was only 15. My brother was 5, and my sister was just a baby. That night, I held them close. We cried together in the dark. From that day, I became their father and mother. I stopped going to school. I stayed home to take care of them. I cooked, cleaned, and told them stories to help them sleep. It was not easy. I was only a boy, but I had no choice. My dreams had to wait. My family needed me, and I loved them more than anything. The days were long and hard. I woke up early to make breakfast. I washed clothes and cleaned the house. My sister cried a lot, and my brother asked about our parents. I had no answers, but I stayed strong for them. I smiled, even when my heart was broken. I found small jobs in the village. I cleaned gardens, carried water, and helped in shops. People gave me a little money or food. I saved every coin. I bought milk for my sister and books for my brother. I didn't buy anything for myself. They came first. At night, I sat by their beds. I told them stories from the books I read as a child. I made them laugh, even when I wanted to cry. My sister held my hand and said, "You are the best brother." Her words gave me strength to keep going. As time passed, they grew older. My brother started school, and then my sister. I helped them with homework. I cooked warm meals after school. I watched them grow and become smarter every day. I was proud, but also tired. Sometimes I looked at other boys my age. They played football, laughed, and talked about their dreams. I said nothing. I just smiled. My dream was still deep in my heart, but I had hidden it away. I had a different path now. Years went by. My brother wanted to be a doctor. My sister wanted to be a teacher. I promised to help them no matter what. I worked day and night. I forgot my dream, but I did not forget my love for them. My brother finished school with top marks. My sister also did very well. I was so proud, but college was expensive. We had no savings left. I sold the old radio. I sold the bicycle. I even sold my father's watch. It was hard, but I did not stop. I worked in a factory during the day. At night, I cleaned offices. I slept only a few hours. My hands were always tired. My back hurt. But I kept working. I did it for them. I told myself, one more day. One more step. There were times I had no money for food. I gave the bread to my sister and brother. I drank water and went to sleep. My clothes had holes and my shoes were broken. But I smiled when they called me on the phone and said, "We are doing well." My brother sent pictures from medical school. My sister sent letters about her studies. I kept those letters in a small box. Every time I felt weak, I read them. They gave me hope. They gave me a reason to keep moving. One day I got a letter from my brother. I passed my final exam, he wrote. I cried. It was not just his dream, it was my dream too. My sister called me that night. She said, "You are the reason we made it." I had no words. I looked at myself in the mirror. My hair was turning white. My face had deep lines. But my heart was full. I gave them my youth, my strength, and my time. And now they were flying high. That was all I ever wanted. Years went by, and they finished school. My brother became a doctor. My sister became a teacher. They both got jobs in the city. I was still in our old town. I lived in the same small house. It was quiet, but I didn't feel alone. They visited when they could. They brought food, clothes, and sometimes a new coat for me. I never asked for anything. Just seeing their smiles made me happy. They were busy, but they never forgot me. That was enough. I started working less. My body was tired. My hands could no longer lift heavy things. I began walking slowly. Some days I sat under the tree in the yard. I thought about the past. I remembered my mother's laugh and my father's strong voice. One evening my sister came to see me. She brought her children. They ran around the yard laughing. She said, "Tell them your story." I smiled and said, "It is a long story, full of work and love." The children sat down, their eyes wide open. I told them how I gave up my dreams to help my brother and sister. I told them about working late, sleeping little, and giving all I had. They listened quietly. When I finished, my little nephew hugged me and said, "You are a hero." That night I looked at the stars. I thought, maybe I didn't become what I wanted, but I helped them become who they are. And that, to me, was a beautiful life. I never married. I never had children of my own, but I never felt alone. My brother and sister always called me. On holidays they came home. They brought food, gifts, and their love. The house was full again. I laughed. I felt young again, just for a moment. Sometimes I saw myself in the mirror. I saw the white hair, the lines on my face, and the tired eyes. But I also saw strength. I saw a boy who grew up fast, a boy who chose family over dreams. I didn't regret it, not even once. One day my brother said, "Come live with us." But I said no. This small house is my home. These walls know my story. The trees, the birds, even the wind, they are my friends now. I like the quiet. I like the memories. I belong here. I still wake up early. I still make tea and sit outside. I watch the sun rise. I listen to the world around me. Sometimes I write my thoughts in a notebook. Not big words, just little things. How I feel, what I remember, what I'm grateful for. Life didn't give me much, but it gave me enough. I had love, I had purpose, I had peace. Now I just want to rest, to enjoy the days I have left. And when I'm gone, I hope they remember me not with tears, but with pride. I hope they say, "He was the one who gave us everything." That's all I need. Just that. Nothing more. Now I sit in this old chair by the window. The sun comes in. It warms my hands. I close my eyes and listen. Birds are singing. The wind moves the trees. It is quiet. It is peaceful. I smile. Sometimes I think about my parents. I think they would be proud. I did my best. I took care of the family. I worked hard. I gave love. That was my dream too, to see them happy and safe. Maybe that was my true goal all along. My brother is now a doctor. My sister teaches at a school. They live good lives. They help people. They help children. They tell their kids about me. They say, "Your uncle is a hero." That makes me cry, but it is a happy cry. I do not have gold. I do not have land. But I have a story of love and sacrifice, a story of family. I think that is enough. I think that is a good life. And I think that's what matters in the end. So, if someone asks, "Who was that old man?" I hope they say, "He was kind. He gave everything. He never gave up." That is enough for me. That is more than enough. Thank you for listening to my story.